Alphonse Gabriel Capone, aka Al Capone. He was born January 17, 1899 in Brooklyn, New York. Al Capone was raised by his poor immigrant parents, Teresina Capone and Gabriel Capone. He had 8 siblings, 2 sisters and 6 brothers. Capone was known by the nickname of Scarface because he suffered a facial wound in a fight at a brothel. Al Capone got married December 30th, 1918 to May Capone. They had one kid, which was Albert Francis Capone. He was born December 4th, 1918. Albert was also known by Sonny. He was born with a congenital syphilis, a serious mastoid infection. He survived a brain surgery for the disease but was left partially deaf. Capone was reasonable for many brutal acts of violence, mainly against other gangsters. In 1920, he began his career in Chicago under the wing of crime boss Johnny Torrio. One of these acts of violence were the St. Valentine's Day Massacre on February 14, 1929. 7 men associated with the George Bugs Moran, Capone's longtime enemy, were shot to death by several men dressed as policemen. The massacre was planned by Al Capone. Capone was not indicted for racketeering but for income tax evasion in 1931. Al Capone supposedly boasted they can't collect legal taxes from illegal money. Capone was sentenced to 6.5 years. He served his first 2 years in a federal prison in Atlanta. After being caught bribing guards, he was sent to Alcatraz prison in 1934. Capone completed his term in Alcatraz on January 6, 1939. Al Capone's 7-year reign as a crime boss ended when he was 33. Capone had contracted syphilis as a young man and then suffered from neurosyphilis causing dementia. After serving 6.5 years, he was released in 1939 to a mental hospital in Baltimore, where he stayed for 3 years. Capone's health was rapidly declining. Capone lived at his final days in Miami with his wife. Al Capone died of cardiac arrest on January 25, 1947. The end.